morning. How is everybody? This is Jill, Floozie Crafts, and I'm coming to you from the she shed. Serbs is over there having a little snooze. It's a nice quiet morning. Mr. Fiber has gone to work. His schedule has gotten a little bit, it just keeps changing on me, so it is very early. For some people it is not early. For me it is early. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. And this is early for me to do a video. So let me just get right into it. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button if you want to see more of my videos. And subscribe because you never know when I'm going to put videos out. I do take care of my dad, and I do have other things, autoimmune and other issues. I have a rash from an autoimmune right now. You will see lines on my face because I wear a CPAP. This is not about that. I just am saying that if you subscribe, then at least you can come back and check out my videos whenever you have time. Okay? All right. So thank you. And what do I have? I'm very awkwardly trying to tell you that I am starting a new series here. What the Fiber. Since the beginning of my channel, I have wanted to do this. And we're going on 9 years this year. So I guess it's time I go ahead and do it, right? The main reason that I did start this channel was because of fiber and crafting. I'm a crafter. I do all kinds of crafts. The fiber part, though, is because I love to collect different fibers and work with them, feel them, and see what they do when they take the color, when they're hand dyed, what the color looks like. And that includes acrylic, because all the acrylics that are on the market come out in different variations, right? So it's not just about hand-dyed yarn either. There's a certain process that happens with acrylic yarns also that is very interesting too. So fiber in general. I have a book that helps me to understand fiber, and it's called Fleece and Fiber Sourcebook. It was written by Deborah Robson and Carol Acarius. It's been put out by Storybooks. It's a hefty one. And this particular book helps me whenever I come across a fiber and I'm like, I don't understand what it is or where it came from. And it also has some very interesting, I'll leave a link to where you can get this on Amazon. Very interesting information about different parts of the world and what animals are grown and which ones have fiber that we use and which ones don't. And yeah, talks about the type of fiber. It talks about what the parts of the fiber are. So like whether it's long fibers or short fibers, crimp, those kinds of things. And I'd like to get into talking about that here. And we're going to do it by touching, feeling, and working with some of the fibers. So if that's of interest to you, I hope that you will. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just an enthusiast. Recently, I discovered, and they've been around for a while, but I recently discovered a place called Junction Fiber Mill. Junction Fiber Mill. And I have been watching their podcast on YouTube, and it's the MillCast, and it's Peggy and Amanda, and they're very passionate about their business, about the fiber, about the sheep, about the things they make, and the colors they can get from the different. It's very energizing and inspirational to watch them speak of the fiber. I need some scissors. I'm wearing a piece that was given to me, made for me, and given to me by my friend Victoria Kidd. Thank you, Victoria. Just in case you wondered if I ever wore it, yes, I do. It's a very pretty piece. I don't know if it has a particular pattern name. It was a gift. So it's a little cool in the she shed this morning. Here in West Texas. Oh. So if you go to Junction Fiber Mill's website, you will see their different types of yarn that they carry. They have one called Farm Fresh. They have one called Making Tracks. They have lots of different, and Peggy raises sheep and they shear her sheep. One of the latest episodes was the shearing. This was the time of year that they do the shearing, and they had it. It was just so interesting to watch. They came out with a new yarn recently. This is one of their lines is called Roots, 100% American wool. And this is Cardinal. It's 200 yards, but it's a heavy DK, so it would be a heavy DK light worsted. This is a blend of American raised fine merino, targhee, and Corriedale wool. What does that mean? We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. Okay. This one is their Making Tracks. Look at this one. This one is January Nights. It's called Making Tracks. 100% American wool. 200 yards, heavy DK. Proudly made in White River Junction, Vermont. Junction Fiber Mill is a small batch wool processing mill in the heart of White River Junction, started by two sheep farmers, friends Amanda and Peggy. So Amanda has sheep also. Oh. Now, if you go over to watch, Amanda has been on maternity leave because she just had a baby girl. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. I don't know if I had planned on holding these together or not. This has a really nice twist on it, both of them. And they do feel woolly. They're not super soft. But definitely next to the skin soft enough for next to the skin. Smells very clean, but it smells like wool. I love it. Okay, there is some information in this bag. This was my first order from them. So we are seeing this yarn for the first time. It's a maple. So they are up in Vermont, Look at that. A maple candy. Okay, we have to try that. Oh my goodness. That is so good. And it's sugaring season up there right now. All right. This is Peggy and Amanda. You can see they're separating the wool there. Hello. Look at all the beautiful colors. We're passionate about crafting small batch Vermont-made yarn. Each skein you hold represents our commitment to quality, community, and the joy of creating with 100% natural wool. Now, when it comes to community, they have tours of the mill, and they host events. They attend events. A woman-owned business, Working Mill, located in White River Junction, Vermont. We pride ourselves on supporting American wool growers. Our yarns are made with care, from hand dyeing in the wool to spinning to the final rinse. They have open houses, fiber retreats, and a pre-Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival party in Millapalooza. We'd love to see you. Okay, so here's lots of QR codes for you if you want to check that out. Ooh, I got a sticker. I got a sticker. That's awesome. That one is a like computer, on your computer, laptop, or on your... Okay, they do not have the prices in here, and that's okay. It's hand-dyed yarn, so you know it's going to cost more than a box store. Okay, so what does this mean? Merino, Targhee, and Corriedale. I'm going to go back to my book for a minute. And tell you that there are several types of merino. I'm going to remove this while I'm talking. That may be distracting to some of you. The merino, you have Barula, Estelaine, Fonthill, Pepin, Pole, South Australian, Tasmanian, Type A, and Type B merinos. So in this family, there is also the Debelay, the Delaine Merino, the Saxon and Charlet Merino, and the Rambouillet. So there's a Debelay and a Rambouillet. All right, the Targhee, let me see if I can find the Targhee listed anywhere and tell you a little bit about a Targhee. So it is in Other Sheep. Again, these are American sheep we're talking about. And I can give you a picture of what the Targhee sheep looks like. There. The Targhee is a the getting a Targhee was for a dual purpose. They wanted them to thrive on the open ranges and farm operations in the West and the High Plains. They are large framed, so they're sturdy, large framed, and they are raised for both for their fleece and for meat. The Targhee gets very soft wool, yet the handling quality feels like they come from the long wool side. The fiber diameters overlap medium to strong merinos and mini rambouillets. It has a loft and good elasticity. So I could feel that loft in there because whenever I have I call it squish, whenever I press on the wool, it has a good squish to it. It makes it, in my mind, it makes it lofty. And I enjoy fibers that have a lot of loft in them. Now this also has Corriedale. And from what I understand, the Corriedale has a little bit different crimp. Let me see if I can find a Corriedale, picture of a Corriedale for you. Again, we're just talking, I'm no expert. And I'd be interested too to see if I can find a portion in this book that talks about the different regions and where the different wool over, like, there's a history. Living in this area where I live in West Texas, there is a history here of the kinds of things that people used to produce and sell, the different crops. Huh. Corriedale, they look more like the traditional sheep that I would have thought when I see a sheep. Their weight on their fleece is 10 to 20 pounds. And then they have a staple length of 3 to 6 inches. So that's another thing that I was talking about a minute ago, whether it had a long staple or a short staple. The diameter is the microns of the fibers. So this one has microns of 25 to 31, the Corriedale. So that's interesting. Most of them are a white fiber. Now you get gray and you get brown. I have some fiber that I will be showing you from Colorado, which is a brownish gray fiber from my friend Edie up in Colorado. So it makes sense to me why they went with the red, because in the MillCast they were talking about getting the perfect red, the one that they would call a cardinal if they were doing a red. And so it makes sense to me that they blended the Cordell in here because it takes color well. Okay, very interesting. Now, I also have another package from them, and this one was intriguing to me. This one is in a box. This is just been released, and if you have not seen it yet, I'm just wanting you to know I'm fixing to open it. But remember me talking about sugar, it being the time for sugaring there? There's something very special in this box. Okay. Junction Fiber Mill. Handwritten thank you from Peggy, Amanda, and the Junction Fiber Mill team. We love to see what you make. You can hashtag Junction Fiber Mill on social media or email us a photo of your finished product. And here is the team back in the mill. That's a great picture too. Okay, ready? Oh. This is, there's two cards here. We'll talk about these in just a minute. Oh, this one's much softer than the other two. So let's see what the fiber is on this one, because I don't know. This is called Sugar on Snow. This is their roots yarn. Interesting how different fibers also take the color and the feel of them. Okay, American wool. This one is the Merino, Targhee, and Cordell. So it feels different because of the way that it took the color. And this one, they twisted two colors together to make this one. So this one is called Sugar on Snow. Awesome. Now, there were only so many of these boxes, so I don't know whether they have more of them on their website or not. But it came, this particular box, when you bought, you could buy them individually or you could buy them as the box. And this one came with pure maple syrup. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. This is very exciting. I love this. I love this. So this is the roots, the same as the red, but it has a little different feel to it. This one is just slightly softer, and they're all in different batches. So one batch might come out and feel a little different than another batch does. But this one, the twist on this with the two yarns together, gosh, they just smell clean. I don't smell a ton of wool in here. Just a little bit of the wool smell. Just very clean smelling. These have, again, I think it's 200 yards of a heavy DK. And it came with, you can get the pattern. Now, I don't know if it's a free pattern, so I'm going to cover that barcode up. But this is called the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. And you can get the pattern by going to this. And this, they made this hat. She works at the mill. This is, can't think of her name now, but she works at the mill. But yes, they made that hat with this yarn. And then it came with a recipe for sugar on snow. How fun is that? Pure maple syrup and fresh clean snow. And you twirl it up onto a popsicle stick. How fun. We're having a dream. All right. This is 8 ounces or 1/2 pint of pure maple syrup, 100% pure. Oh, it's from George. Oh my goodness. Okay. On one of the podcasts, recent podcasts, they had a interview with George, one of the first people that Peggy met when she moved up to Vermont. And this is off of George's. Oh, I feel incredibly blessed to have that. Huh. So this is from George's farm. He taps his trees. I forget how many. He has a line that he taps, and and they drip into a bucket, and there's like 65 on this line, and then he taps something like over 200 trees on his property to make syrup. Oh, I feel incredibly blessed to have that. Vermont grade amber rich taste. Okay, I'm not opening that right now. Wow, what a fantastic start to What the Fiber. We will be learning more about these particular fibers, and we will be learning more about how wool is made and all of those things. Anything that you think you would like to know about fiber, let me know. Any fiber, any kind of, put some questions down in the comment section underneath this video and let me know, is there something that you are wondering about when it comes to fibers, when it comes to sheep, when it comes to, even, I have a lot of fiber here in the she shed. I have sugarcane fiber. I have, there's fiber made from sugarcane. I have bamboo. I have acrylic. I have all these wools. Yesterday I got 100% cashmere. So let me know what there's something that you're in particular curious about. Okay? Love y'all. Have fun today, and I'll see you later. You have anything to say, Serbs? All right. Bye, everyone. Take care.